Hi guys, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. To start, obviously, we're in season three, and it is kind of a turning point for a lot of these characters, especially Brad and Carol, who have a fun new relationship and dynamic. And so for you both, what was kind of the joy of getting to work together more? Because you've worked in scenes, but not like we get to see in season three.
Yeah. So yeah, it's fun just, when you build a rapport with another actor and just know how to set each other up and how to needle each other in the good way. Needle, you know what I mean? Like knowing like, oh, if I say this, he'll say this. And the more we did it, the easier that was.
Yeah, it's nice if I have that rhythm. I think we have a fun, playful rhythm. It's also nice knowing that these two characters, in order for this to happen, they have to be, Carol's got to be at a certain place in order to allow Brad.
Dark. A low, dark place, but you're looking to Brad.
Yeah, but Carol's always known that you can't trust Brad. And so there's this awareness. I love that about Carol, is that people come and they'll sit on her couch, they'll talk to her, they'll reveal everything to her, and she's okay with it somehow. I think so. I think you're seeing two people who are vulnerable in this moment in time, figuring out how to, rise out of it.
Yeah, no, Naomi, I used to intern at UCB, so I used to see your show every week because I was working that, and it's so fun to see that deadpan that I like came to be like, yep, great, it's Naomi's show, I'm into this. Yeah. Exist within this show while Carol is still so completely different from you. But how much do you guys get to play with your characters and get to improv and kind of have fun with the world that that they're existing in?
That I will say is the best part about this set, especially for me coming from the world of improv and stand-up, where I'm used to having that kind of control. And it's so fun. They really let us improvise a lot. I know when I started out, the first time I played Carol, I kind of came into a world that was already set. And so, Carol was sort of in there. And I remember getting just a note from the director where he goes, "Do you?" And I said, "All right now." And then that just changed the game. And that has been kind of it since the beginning, really, for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's our show is very it kind of, there's the scripts that are written, Naomi's a writer as well, that are awesome, but then when we come in, everyone sort of embraces it. They know their characters, and that's the fun thing, is that we'll do it, but we kind of, it kind of morphs a little bit based on what works for each person, and there's always a little bit of room to play, and if we discover something in the moment, we go with it. And I think that makes it really fresh and honest. I think it plays, and it feels nice when you're doing a scene and you're not saying it over and over again when something happens and you're like, yes, and it actually works with the characters in that moment. Mm-hmm. So that's just really cool. And I feel like it's a special thing on our set.
Yeah, and Danny, I have to say, like I was in college when Community was coming out, so there are moments that are still in my head to this day, and I still sing songs from that show. Aww. And so seeing like you played a character that everyone loves and wants to protect, and then now you're Brad, who I don't think many would think that way.
Yeah, so, no one wants to protect.
For you as an actor, obviously you're incredibly talented and play them both so well. But what has been the most fun about kind of not being a villain, but not being the character that everyone loves?
I think that's it. I think that's the joyful thing about it, is that I was fortunate to play, yes, a beloved character who had just a very unique and awesome, fun world that to inhabit. That was awesome, and this is fun in a completely different way. I never really know what Brad's up to, where he's going. Did not predict that I would be in jail. Did not predict that I'd be getting out of it and coming back here for some reason. And that's fun as an actor, to play a character where I don't know where we're going all the time. Mm-hmm. And also to kind of be in these scenes where they can kind of go in many different ways for Brad. You don't really know how he's going to react moment to moment. And it's just a different game to play. And that's really fun. So I think both are different for, I guess, different reasons.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited that Mythic Quest is back. And thanks for talking with me today.
Thank you,
Rachel.
Thanks.